Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the new Subaru Forester Hybrid. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Nate Wade Subaru here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Forester. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter boxer 4-cylinder that is paired to a hybrid system. It puts out 194 horsepower and then 170 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is 35 around town and then 34 on the highway. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. First off, this metallic kind of gray, really cool looking. And when I say metallic kind of, it's got metallic flake, but it's also more of a flat color. Anyways, you got the Forester's new headlight design. This one's got the blacked out grille. We also have fog lights there at the bottom. And so still looks like a normal Forester from the front end. Our turn wheel setup is 235 by 50 by 19. You guys can see we've got the silver with the metallic gray. And I like these fender flares. Those pop out quite a bit. Got your hybrid badge there on the side, which pops out quite a bit. And then you got the blacked out mirror cap and then the roof that's blacked out as well. And it still has Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system. And that's something to note that's a little bit different from this compared to other hybrids. Other hybrids will typically just have the basically an electric motor power the rear wheels. This, everything goes to all of the wheels, which is nice. Now here's a quick look at the key fob. We've got our lock and unlock function. We've got the opening for the rear hatch here as well. Another hybrid badge. Go over that in a moment. But you can see the Forester is very spacious here in the rear, and you've got those little tabs to fold on the seats if you want even more space. Something to note, you still have tons of storage in the back for the most part overall. And then when you're all done, just press that. That will lower the hatch right back down. And then you can see the taillight design here, pretty cool looking. Got your hybrid badge down below. And let me know what you guys think about this gray, but I think this works really well on the Forester. Now, popping inside, these are totally door handles from older Toyotas. I like it, feels sturdy. Anyways, nice trim overall, and like the suede there too. This is good stuff. And then here are the seats. Again, really nice trim all over. And then popping in, good legroom, got a little double pocket setup. Vents here on the back, we've got heated seats, USB ports on top of that. And then headroom is a little bit interfered with by the sunroof, but not too bad. This leads us up front where we've got soft touch at the top, and then we got more of that suede and the kind of like synthetic material all around. The window controls for the front two are automatic, which is nice. Got memory seats. Looks like we've got, does this have blind spot monitoring? Interesting. Anyways, we've got perforated trim all down the center of the seat here. Again, more of that suede. Power adjustments on the side. Your EV mode button is right there. This isn't a plug-in hybrid, so it's not going to have a ton of range, but still have a little bit. And then your opening for the hatch as well. And then more nice trim on the dash. And let's pop it on. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh. Subaru logo front and center. We've got our phone controls, voice command controls, all of that on the one side. Paddle shifters here on the back, so it mimics having gears, even though CVT life, right? Anyways, we've got our adaptive cruise control, our lane centering, your little drive mode select below that, and then your heated steering wheel button below that. Nice trim on the steering wheel, by the way. It's kind of like a rugged feel to it. And then look at this, we got a full digital gauge cluster. So this is a little bit different. Subaru has mostly analog with other cars, so I guess they're gonna go digital moving forward, which I'll be honest, I'm gonna miss the analog because it just has character, but this actually looks really good. So we've got a 360 camera system, which is nice to be able to see, and this does have X modes. It's got the snow, dirt, and the deep snow and mud mode. And again, that's a big benefit of this, and we'll talk about that during the driving, is just the all-wheel drive. But huge infotainment system. You've got analog controls on either side for the radio, for the climate as well. Heated and ventilated seats, dual zone climate. Just ignore on that. And this infotainment system, I would say, is pretty user-friendly overall. You have a shortcut bar, which makes things easy. So if you're gonna go and look at vehicle stuff, it's pretty easy to go into that and then change your X mode, for example. Some of the stuff is buried, though, in different menus, so that is, I guess, a little bit of a miss in some ways. This is nice with the trim on the dash. And then down below, we've got our wireless phone charging pad with some USB ports. Shifter here for the transmission. Got a parking brake here, that's for the camera to turn on that if you want the cool little 360 shot. Got a little 12 volt here, some cup holders, nice trim on the top, good storage space. And then we have, oh, camera rear view mirror, and then we've got a sunroof. So here's a quick look at the window sticker for this Forester 2025. This one's a touring, so it's a loaded up one. $44,005 is the total MSRP on this one. You can get this hybrid package in lower down trims if you don't want to spend that much, but let's see how it performs. Well, Forester Hybrid. Now, I won't be able to do comparisons for you guys in the near future, but once we get more of these Forester Hybrids in, and well, it's hard in general because CR-V hybrids and RAV4 hybrids also sell pretty quickly. So if I can ever put myself in a situation where I've got access to both the cars at the same time, I'll get you guys a side-by-side comparison. So just don't hold your breath for that, because yeah, it's always hard. The inventory levels of Japanese automakers are not massive because people are, especially here in Utah, man, people love them. I mean, I own a Toyota, so I'm right there with everyone. So we'll try to figure out what's so special about the Forester Hybrid, because here's the deal. The Japanese automakers are all pretty much working together. Like, Honda's doing its own thing, but Mazda and Toyota and Subaru are all kind of working together. What this looks like is the Mazda CX-50 is basically just a CX-50 with a RAV4 powertrain. Now, this Subaru here has the battery and electric motor stuff from Toyota, from my understanding, but the engine, right, it's still a flat 4-cylinder. It's a 2.5 liter flat 4-cylinder. So the engine is Subaru. It's the battery components and everything that are Toyota. So this one's a little bit more of a joint project rather than Mazda just, again, shoving in the RAV4 powertrain into the CX-50, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a great hybrid there. My older brother has one, but I think it's just gonna benefit all of us because, like, I know this is not talking too much about the Forester, but we'll kind of get there. The having options is really good. Like, my brother got the CX-50 because of the size of the car, and he had a Mazda before. He likes the styling of Mazda. He likes the interior. Whereas someone who gets this, again, it's going to be about the styling, it's going to be about the interior, it's also partially going to be about the drive. They all kind of drive a little bit different. The Mazda's a little bit sportier. The RAV4, well, it just drives like a Toyota. They're not the most exciting, but they work all the time. Subarus, what's the benefit of a Subaru in terms of drive? Suspension is good over the bumps and everything. Again, Subaru kind of does the off-road stuff, so they've got really good dampening. And then the all-wheel drive system, I think, is the biggest benefit of this and the big highlight. So with them still having a driveline out back, from my understanding, correct me in the comment section below if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they still, with this system, they send the driveline to the back, means that you can get a lot more power to the rear with this car, which in turn means better grip both on-road and off-road. Because if you look at like a RAV4 hybrid or like a Prius hybrid or something like that, just having a little electric motor back there means that you're kind of a front-wheel drive car with occasional rear power, whereas this, again, symmetrical all-wheel drive. So it's really, it's like a real all-wheel drive experience. And then when it comes to actual acceleration, not bad. Let's see how quick these transitions are. Yeah, it's kind of more tuned towards, you can tell it's tuned towards efficiency. I like how the gauge shows you though if you're charging, if you're being economical, if you're diving deep into the power. It's kind of nice being able to see all of that there. Man, I love how this drives. I mean, it basically drives like a Forester. It just happens to get better fuel economy, and you got a bit more low-end torque. Not a bit more, it's quite a bit. It's just a nice punch. Having that instant with the hybrid, it's actually quite impressive. I don't mind this gauge cluster. So I think that Toyota, and I know guys will disagree with me, I think that Toyota and Subaru have proved that you shouldn't go like over the top with the animation of the gauge cluster, trying to make it too futuristic. This has kind of like a somewhat retro look to it, just like the Toyota gauge clusters. Now, part of that's probably going to make it so it's more reliable because it's not so, the resolution's not like so futuristic, but I think it also makes it age better because this kind of has like a nostalgic feel to it. Like, I feel like I'm looking at almost like a 90s video game screen in a way. It's not that bad with the resolution, but I don't know. I like it. I like this car a lot. I think they did a great job. And again, I've said this and I'll say it again, we need more hybrid options. More hybrids is going to be better. I think that hybrids are really the future of the automobile here in the US at least. Having the ability to still fill up with gas and then having the extra efficiency with the hybrid, the extra range, it's just a benefit. So yeah, just regular hybrids and plug-in hybrids. I will take all that I can get, and especially these regular hybrids, because it's simplistic, it's reliable at this point. So there's really not I mean, it's like you add a little bit of weight, you get better fuel economy, and you still maintain pretty much all the reliability you have with a non-hybrid. So it's, and if you do have to replace the hybrid, it's not that expensive with a standard, because the battery's not that big. It's like a I think it's like a 1.1 kilowatt or something like that. So it's tiny. It's an itty bitty guy. Let me know your thoughts.